so much going on in the world of sports. I'm imagining, Crowder, you're kind of like me, which is your emotions right now. I'm trying to think about how we juggled this last season, being so emotionally invested in the Heat and the Panthers. Right now, the Panthers are probably dominating your sports emotions because the Heat are swimming a uphill battle.
Yeah, everybody says they don't have a favorite kid, but they do. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I'm way more in the Panthers right now because the Heat about to get their ass whooped.
Also, I said swimming an uphill battle, which is so wrong. It's either swimming upstream or fighting an uphill battle. Neither of you guys caught it, but I cannot in good conscience allow myself.
Are you okay? Yeah. Are you having a stroke?
Swimming an uphill battle. And you guys looked at me in agreement. You were like, they really are. I want to point that.
It's actually what salmon do.
No, they swim upstream.
But the stream runs downhill. I got your back, baby.
It's not swimming an uphill battle. I wish I could. I wish I could absolve myself of that, but it's a ridiculous thing to say that the Heat are swimming an uphill battle.
A river can't flow uphill. So if they're swimming up a river, they're
I got you.
Uphill.
We went to Alaska. We watched it. We watched the bears claw and then eat the salmon who were swimming upstream, but I wouldn't call it swimming an uphill battle, even though it was swimming an uphill battle.
You see?
I understand what you're saying. Regardless, thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome. And the Panthers played like straight filth last night.
That reminds me, isn't Sixto Sanchez pitching tonight for the Marlins?
Who knows? I don't know.
I mean, if you can see him through the rain, is it Sixto on the mound? Let me check my Hard Rock app.
I would bet not even Peter Bendix knows who's pitching tonight.
I could this thing with this roof. There's an app on my phone that's free, and I see the clouds coming, and I know it's about to rain at baseball games for my son who's 12. There's nobody with the app for the Marlins.
I like a little rain at a baseball game. It doesn't bother me at all.
Okay.
With a roof?
Yeah, that's right.
Sometimes
if it starts to rain and I'm driving, I'll open the sunroof. I like it. Over under on Sixto strikeouts tonight is 4.5. I'm on a heater, by the way. 4 in a row.
You are going. I remember you were talking through the bets on the elevator leaving the Emirates Bank Arena, and he said it.
I said Panthers, Celtics, Nuggets. Let's do a money line 3-team parlay.
Yep.
So I hit that one. I also had a 3-teamer last night. Verhaeghe, Reinhart, Kachuk over shots on goal. That cashed in the second period, by the way. They all went over by the second period. Yeah. The bet that I won before that was the Timberwolves to close out the Suns at the Timberwolves -0.5. And the bet that I had before that was Verhaeghe over shots on goal. That was on Saturday, I guess. So 4 winners in a row. And I have to tell you, I'm tempted to bet the Sixto over. He is due a good outing. He had a bad outing his last start. I think his only start so far. But he had a decent spring, which is why we brought the song back. And I'm thinking, because it's plus 130 for him to throw 5 Ks. Maybe there's something we can do to motivate him to, get the fans excited and, swim an uphill stream battle. Sounds like we have breaking news, although I think this might be the old okie doke to get me off the Sixto topic.
Yeah.
Let's see what Solana pulls out of the old bag of bits there. What do you got, Solana?
We've got a Crispy Haynes bomb.
Crispy.
And, of course, Chris B. Haynes, better known as Crispy Haynes on our show.
At the Crowder household.
Crispy. What it is?
The Miami Heat say Terry Rozier and Jaime Jaquez Jr. are both out tomorrow for the Miami Heat. Game 5 at Boston.
Jaquez was a little more injured than maybe you thought. He missed the whole fourth quarter, didn't he?
Yeah, he left the game, tried to come back in the second half, clearly was laboring a little bit. Right hip flexor strain out tomorrow for the Miami Heat. Terry Rozier, no surprise, hasn't played since that last week of the season against Indiana.
I saw someone tweet about that or something. Like, hasn't it been awfully quiet about Terry Rozier? Like, the Heat are notorious for this, but it's been awfully quiet. Like, we were not led to believe he was going to miss this much time.
Correct. It was constantly a day-to-day thing, and now it's been well over 3 weeks. Usually for neck spasms, it isn't a 3 to 4 week month.
So what's going on here?
Period.
Is this a roof open situation? Is this a roof open rain situation?
It just seems like his neck is swimming an upstream battle, you know? I botched it, didn't I? Upfield battle. Damn it.
It's not even upfield. You now botched it twice. I said swimming an uphill battle.
Swimming an uphill battle. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
it's looking ugly. Yeah, no, what?
Weird.
Crispy Haynes to find out what's really wrong with him.
Let's get headlines here. Start out the 3 o'clock hour with Alejandro Solana.
Was that a successful? Was that a successful trade?
If he was healthy, it was.
Yeah.
But he hasn't played in the playoffs, and he had about 4 or 5 good games in the regular season.
No,
but he was going to be your scorer during these playoffs. I mean, I'm telling you, whatever you think about the Heat because of what's going to happen here with the playoffs, you don't. And I'm not suggesting that they're better. I mean, they're better than what they're showing against Boston because Jimmy Butler's not out there and you don't have a scorer. Terry Rozier's not out there. But you do have to take this all with a grain of salt. This isn't the team that they've put together. They're going to go out there tomorrow night in Boston, and it's going to be like there's no Hoch now. So there's no Jimmy, there's no Rozier, there's no Hoch. Duncan Robinson can't do anything, even though he's active. So where are the points going to come from? Let me tell you something. This wasn't an oversight by Eric Spoelstra and Andy Ellisberg and Pat Riley. Like, oh, we forgot a scorer. This isn't what they put together.
Yeah.
So, and again, I'm not saying keep it together next season because they'll all be healthy. I'm just saying, if Boston should have swept them and should have beaten them every game by 30.
Just Terry and Jimmy, you're losing 40 points a game.
Yeah.
On the low end. Like both of those guys are 20-point guys. So
and that opens up some baskets for other guys too when they're out there. Like, this is a disaster.
It opens up shots for other guys. They don't mean baskets.
Right, but they don't have to make as many because Jimmy and Terry are making baskets. So if you got to make one every once in a while, you knock it down.
Yeah, I love what you're saying, Hoch, because people take that as, oh, well, what? So you're supposed to run it back next year? And that's not what you're saying. Like, the Heat didn't get better in the offseason. There's no denying that. Every other team did. Like, you can criticize them for that, and there's context behind that too because the Damian Lillard saga or whatever. But you're looking at a Celtics team that averaged second most points in the NBA this year, 120 points per game. The Heat have held them well beneath that mark every single game. Just look at yesterday. Jaylen Brown, 7 of 18, only 17 points. Jason Tatum, 5 of 14. He had 20 because he got to the free throw line, and the refs love to give him every single call in the possible universe. Kristaps Porzingis, even before he got hurt, he was 1 of 5. Like, he wasn't a factor yesterday. And Drew Holiday hasn't shot the ball well all series long. Nobody on their bench outside of game 1 has gone off with Sam Hauser going off in that game 1. Like, the Heat defensively have done everything they possibly can against this Boston team. If you add a healthy Duncan Robinson to this roster, who, by the way, when he was starting this year, was averaging like 15 points and almost 40% shooting, a healthy Jimmy Butler, and a healthy Terry Rozier, look, I'm not telling you they would have won this series, but it would have been a lot closer than it's been in every game outside of game 2.
Tell Bam to go on vacation. Everybody else, keep your phones on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something's going to, like, I got odds today. The offseason's going to be wild. I saw odds. Let me look at this from Bet Online. LeBron's next team, if not the Lakers. They have the Warriors at 4-1. the Cavs at 5-1, the Knicks at 6-1, the Bulls 7-1, Sixers 8-1, Heat 9-1. I could see him wanting to play a season in New York. Now, I don't know how it would work, and I don't know what the machinations are. I could see him wanting to play a season in New York just because he's always said that's the mecca of basketball. But then Kevin Durant, next team, if not the Suns, favorite is the Heat at 3-1. And Kevin Durant needs the Heat. The Heat. The Heat doesn't need Kevin Durant as much as Kevin Durant needs the Heat. And if he's tired of, they need him, but he needs the Heat more.
Because they're going to put him in the best situation. They're going to put players around him to maximize. I understand you, but the Heat,
will make him
we need a star.
Well, it might be him.
There's
going to be movement.
Flashy, but you're the flashy guy. We need like the pretty toys. Like we need a pretty toy now.
I want him. Don't get me wrong. I'm just telling you, Kevin. Like if you're thinking that's like, oh, I met this girl and we like each other the same. He likes you more. He I don't know what's going on in his head. I can't imagine he wants to go through that again in Phoenix. He's already letting you know through, emissaries that he wasn't used in the right way. He was standing in a corner the whole time. Like, that's not coming out of nowhere. Like, someone's getting that information now. So you're hearing what he's really thinking. He would love to be in a situation like Miami, playing for Spo. I mean, he would love that. And again, he would love it as well. I'm not saying that it's one side. I'm just saying he would love it here.
You guys talked about a changing of the guard, and I don't necessarily know if it's 100% true just yet, but let's say LeBron, Steph Curry, KD feel that way, right? They feel like, hey, look at what's going on in the Western Conference. If I'm those guys, I want to get the hell out of the West. Because
all three to the Heat.
Hey.
Pat,
would you trade? I know you said Bam is untouchable, Crowder. Would you trade Bam for LeBron, Steph, and KD? Even though they're on three different teams, Bam is the guy. You trade him to one team and you get all three.
Man, yes, I would. I had to jump off that horse real fast.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, I'd go there. LeBron calls Pat Riley. New phone, who this?
Oh, Riley?
Riley ain't talking to LeBron.
Nah. Oh, you got that wrong.
But LeBron, I heard him talking about it. I saw that on Twitter, I think, earlier. LeBron goes back to Cleveland. The Cavs draft Bronny. He could play with his son in his hometown because he's just a boy from Cleveland. That's what I think is going to happen.
An end to the story.
Yes, that's the exclamation point to the LeBron career.
I
think he'd love to play a season in New York. I really do.
How important do you think another ring is for LeBron?
I don't think it's important to him.
No.
I think it's important. Out of those three guys, I think it's most important to KD.
But then if he teams up with Steph again and brings LeBron with him,
he can't go wherever Steph goes. KD is not showing up. He can't do that again.
It changes nothing if he wins a ring with LeBron and Steph.
He cannot do it.
KD, you're three. You're Chris Bosh.
How many rings does Bron have?
4.
And how many does MJ have? 6.
6.
Oh, he'll never catch him.
Kobe,
you know what?
5.
Maybe a couple more rings are important to LeBron.
So I think it is. Like, I think if LeBron's going to leave, his next destination is going to be for a team where, A, he doesn't have to do the things he did with LA this year, which is basically play 60-plus games, 30-plus minutes, have to score 30-plus points in crucial games. Like, he wants another scorer. He wants a Steph Curry. He wants somebody else to have to do all the dirty work, and he'll just be LeBron, right? Like, I'll handle the ball. I'll do everything else off the ball. I think it's important to him, man. If he can get one more.
I'll tell you what. How about New York? New York's not going to win a championship this season. But you put LeBron on that team and Julius Randle's back.
Mm-hmm.
If he were able to bring a ring to New York.
Yeah.
That would be huge.
Oh, my God.
Is he going to take league minimum with the Nuggets? Because that's the only way he's winning the ring over the next 4 years. He wants a ring. He needs to go out there and play with Murray.
Jalen Brunson, LeBron,
I don't buy it though, Hawk, because the way that they play the New York Knicks because of their head coach, right? Like the way that they play, it just takes such a toll on your body, man. Like he doesn't want that.